Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Ravens lose versus the Chiefs. Look, voice is still cracked from yesterday. Let me tell you something right now. For one, context, it's one game. If we won this game, it would just be one game. We will see them in the playoffs. Best believe. But before any of that goes down, there's some stuff that I want to address. Some stuff that I think needs to be said. Some stuff that needs to be brought up. Some infractions, as some might say. Now, for one, if I hear one Raven fan, blame Lamar Jackson for that loss, every single one of these fingers from both fans, straight up. That's number one. Number two, told y'all guys about the Oline. It was trash. Now, were there bad calls on them? Yes. Very much bad calls on them. Very much bad calls on them. If you're going to call a game, well, you know what? I'm talking about the O-line right now. My thing is like this. The right side, Filele, that guy named Filet, yeah, he got to go. Rosengarten, he's almost as bad. He got to go. Like, I'm looking at the right side and I'm saying, my God, they're that bad. Like, you had the D tackle, I forgot his name because I'm so angry, for the Chiefs, literally laughing, picking out who he's gonna beat on the next play. Like, oh, you're next. I don't want no, I ain't going next. I'm going to stay right here. I'm looking at it and I'm like, look, that's a coaching thing too, right? The penalties with the O-line. And I'm looking at them, I'm saying, okay, they called it once. Line it up properly then. Okay, fine. They want you a little more up. Line it up a little more up. You kept doing the same thing, thinking that they wouldn't call it, and they kept calling it, even though they wouldn't call it for the Chiefs. And for any Chiefs fan that comes in here, like, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand there's video proof. There's pictures. The Chiefs were lined up even worse. Not one call. Not one call. They were like, we're going to make you the example. We're not going to do the same thing. So, yeah. The O-line just, you could just see every time, man. Every single time. That's why the play calling was so, like, short distance. Because they were so scared from left or right. I don't care. Like, and people's like, oh, Ronnie Stanley played good. No, he didn't. No, he did not. They were getting around that left side pretty quick, too. Lamar was making them dance. There's a couple plays where Lamar should have been dead to rights. But he put on that cape again. Now, referees, since I touched on the other one. This was one of the most abysmal games I have ever seen officiated. Like, this is up there with the Kings versus the Lakers officiating. Remember when they were giving the Lakers like 30-something free throws in the fourth quarter, stuff like that? Or the San Antonio Spurs of Bruce Bowen allowed to jump kick people in the face? That's not a foul. Well, yo, it's the Spurs. That's what this feels like. We watched Patrick Mahomes' O-line be allowed to hold, be allowed to grab face mask, be allowed to false start, be allowed to illegal formation, the whole nine. The entire game. I'm going to say this right now. His O-line's not great. They're not. I watched them get beat. It's just that they had the support, the structure the faith, the backing of the refs. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, bro, Goodell, you ain't making a call? Like, you let the flag touch this much of the game? Fine, whatever. So officiating was absolutely, at least if you're going to call bad, call it even. That was so uneven, it was ridiculous. And everybody knows, even people that aren't even Raven fans are like, that's a poorly called game. Like, my gosh. Now, play calling and coaching. I want to make sure that I say this wholeheartedly. So, oh! Come to the front of the... You piss me off. Oh, let me tell you something right now. Oh! Let me talk to y'all right now. Let me say something. You got a running back lined up on the top pass rusher on their team. Okay. You burn all our timeouts. Okay. You don't use Derrick Henry playing the Chiefs. After you didn't use running backs the first time in the AFC Championship game, playing the Chiefs. And after showing that it was working with the play action, because just listen, I'm sitting there watching this game saying, you have to account for Henry. Just keep him on the field. Even if it looks like a run, they have to respect it. Guys running wide open down the field and stuff like that. Because it's Derrick Henry. Some of Lamar's runs, it's like it's set up. Derrick Henry. You take him out of the game. Take him out of the game. Who is doing substitutions? Like, this is what I try to tell y'all. This is why, even though Todd Monken got slapped on this, these are the same problems we have with Greg Roman, before Greg Roman, pre-Greg Roman. Like, we're not using the guys that we were supposed to use when we're supposed to use them. There was a time in the game when Nelson Aguilar was in the game, Zay Flowers wasn't in the game, Bateman wasn't in the game, Isaiah Likely wasn't in the game. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, yo, what are y'all doing right now? The game just started. I know none of them are tired. When is it that you have Nelson Aguilar as your number one target on the field? Make it make sense. Now, that being cleared up, Isaiah Likely is our best weapon, which I told you guys. Zay Flowers still does not look like a number one receiver. Yeah. Bateman is still inconsistent. Yeah. Mark Andrews looks very injured. Very. Saw that play when he just slipped and fell and he couldn't even get up, like, why do you have him in at the end of the game if he's going to hurt the team? Make it make sense. Let him heal. You have other tight ends. Let him heal. Why did you stop using the 2 tight end sets? It was working. Why? This coaching always comes to, at the end of the game, Lamar save us. I told y'all that. That's why it's so frustrating. Now the defense. I don't blame the defense on this game. Even those blown coverages and stuff like that, I expected the defense to start off the season rough. Why? Because there's new players, new coaching. Like, you don't expect the Mona Lisa at the first stroke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never looks like the Mona Lisa at the first stroke. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You just got to, watch it just develop. And as it develops, you see it take formation. You see it take form. You see it take its true definition. And I don't want anybody blaming it, even though, listen, why were you also then tying to the other one being coaching, substitutions, and D-line? Why'd y'all keep taking out Wiggins? Wiggins looked like he was able to keep up with Worthy perfectly. Why were you willing to not use him in the game where it's like, oh, it's working, but want to use him as a gunner on special teams? Marlon Humphrey has done that way too many times. Way too many times. I thought I whiff on this totally. There's no one even in front of him. I thought there was safety help. Getting absolutely discombobulated, forgetting where he's at. Happens too many times. It cost us versus the Steelers. It cost us versus the Chiefs. I'm not blaming the defense, but particularly to Marlon Humphrey. This has been an ongoing thing of him giving up big plays at the end of games when he's one-on-one. And somehow it keeps happening. It's happened like 4 times now. It's not even like he gets like, oh, he's there and he just gets beat. It's like, yo, I'm going to go low and there's no one going to be high. So, yeah. There's that. Look, this is a hurtful loss. I'm not going to lie to you. It hurt. I watched this game very frustrated. We were live. You already know what it is. We're going to be live every game. Shout out to everyone that showed up. We had a lot of people in the stream. But it's just very, very heartbreaking. Not just the way we lost, but it's like with all the stuff that the Chiefs were given, the penalties were on their side, the refs were on their side. You know what I'm saying? The bad play calling on the Ravens favored them. The Ravens were still in that game. Lamar's still Superman. You know what I'm making the comparison to? Patrick Mahomes is not Superman. He's Batman. He's Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne in the comics has beat Superman a lot of times. Way more than Superman has beat Bruce Wayne or Batman. But that's only because Superman never just annihilates him. You understand where I'm coming from? There's so many other contextualism when it comes to Superman, why he's allowed to be beat. Like, you never see him just speed rush Batman at the speed of light and just blow through his body. Pause, you know what I'm saying? And his pieces just blow out like this. You know, you never see him attack from the sky with his laser vision. So I'm not even going to get close with anything that you got, you know what I'm saying, regarding kryptonite. You never see him, let me attack you from the ground and just pick up the entire side of this thing and throw it and then watch everything crush down on you. Or throw it into space, right? And then after you throw it into space, push it into the sun. Like, there's so many creative ways. But it's like, because he's has so many dominant qualities, it's like he'll go down to Batman's level. He'll go within a box to fight him. That's what I see with Lamar and Mahomes. Batman's amazing. Heck, he's been the face of DC more than even Superman. Even though Superman's the most powerful. Right? You like the analogy? Like, think about it. Lamar showed today that he can just do things that no one else in this league can do. And the problem I have with this is we're expecting it of him. Like, he's expected to make that bad O-line work. He's expected to make some of the poor weapons of his work. Poor play calling of his work. I saw Raven fans blaming Lamar for the loss of the game. And I said, bro, y'all serious? Y'all, after everything you saw, you blame Lamar? So that's why I said, and when he wins, it's, oh, well, the defense played well. Harbaugh is such a great coach. Bro. So for the team building and coaching, I told y'all. It is what it is, though. One game. We got 16 more to go. We'll see him back in the playoffs. But we got to get this O-line fixed quick, fast. Lamar cannot run like that all year. He cannot. There's some hits he took in that game where I was like it's one bang, and it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Lamar have to run, put himself in harm's way, just because you refuse to run the ball, or you refuse to trust anybody else with the ball, or you can't build a proper team around an MVP, two-time MVP quarterback. It doesn't make sense. But what do you guys think? You guys watched the game. What's your thoughts on it? Did you think the referees were throwing the flags and was on the payroll of the Chiefs? Do you think that, Harbaugh was once again being, a terrorist, you know what I'm saying, on the sideline? Do you think Todd Monken wasn't calling a good game? Let me know what you think down in the comments for this, please. You know what I'm saying? Because we're getting into it. But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. You know, I love the comments. And if you've not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Victor, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Please. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah!
Finish him, Daddy.